All right. All right, back here, guys. Sorry about that. FCX here pushing a little bit higher. Ryan had to. They just came in with a new number. This is getting more intense. We had the wrong number. That was the first number. Now that he's realized who he's talking to, he's giving me the real number. All right, guys. See, the people down in the basement are also very excited about this big interview. This thing will be a big flop. I know it. I'm gonna totally clam up. I'm gonna be starstruck. I'm gonna start stuttering. Market here still pushing up a little higher. FCX here back above $39. Well, let's see how this how do we come in here. I could give him a call now, Brian. All right, call this number. Sure doesn't want to push us off until tomorrow? All right. A rat thing. We keep them locked up down there. There's no one in the basement. I forget I even mentioned the basement. That's basement is a rumor. That's an urban legend that this place has a basement. So just keep on walking. All right. Okay.
Boundary Branch?
Yes, is Rick there?
Yes, who's calling?
This is John, DayTraderRockStar from Day Trading Radio Show.
Okay, I'll just be one moment.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you.
Is this the lodge? Gone.
Here.
Hey, Rick.
How we doing?
Hey, pretty good. This is DayTraderRockStar. They call me DayTraderRockStar, but my name is John, and it is a pleasure to talk to you. I just want to introduce myself. I am a DJ for a stock trading community, and
right.
One day
actually listening to that on the computer.
Yeah, are you listening to that?
I was just earlier just to see what it was all about. Yeah.
How'd you like it?
Good.
It was pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Not as cool as what you do, though.
Well, I'm kind of retired from the buffalo business a little bit.
Well, you know what? I mean, I am just happy to talk to you because I cannot. You probably get this a lot. Maybe I'm totally wrong here, but that video, the way these guys did that, actually the clip, but that movie was, a great movie in itself, The Buffalo Rider. In 1978, you did that.
78, yeah, that's when we finally finished things.
That's when they finished. We play clips of that that singing group did, whatever they're called, the Possum Posse.
Right.
How do you like that? Do you like that?
It was interesting. I didn't see it for a long time. Somebody just happened to see it on the internet and phoned me, knew it was me, so I looked them over. It was humorous,
How old were you when you were riding the buffalo?
Let's see. Actually, when I first bought that buffalo in Missouri, I think I was 19 or 20.
19 or 20, and that was your buffalo.
Well, no, it belonged to the company I worked with. He'd actually sent me to Missouri to buy some mules, and I come back with this buffalo.
You got to be kidding me! Wow. So you had this buffalo, and then how did you end up getting this job?
Well, I was working for a film company that trained animals for movies. Like when I started, the movie they just finished was Jeremiah Johnson.
Oh man, yeah. All right, go ahead.
So we had all these animals, and we got this buffalo, and we were kind of between doing some movie work, and the guy I worked for, he had this idea, why don't we do a few shots with the buffalo after I got him broke to ride, and so we just filmed a bunch of stuff, and then he finally sold the idea to a group of guys that put up the money to do the movie.
Oh, so we got a lot. Don't mind me. I have actually a lot of people who are in the movies are actually asking questions about this. I wrote them down. Why was this series produced? Was it a pilot? Were there plans for additional episodes? Or that was actually that wasn't a series, was it? It was a whole movie.
That was just a movie, yeah.
All right, that's just a movie. The other actors, and this was something that you knew the production company, so you already had the Buffalo, and they basically built this story around you.
Well, yeah, somewhat.
Somewhat.
Because the Buffalo was so hard to ride, they couldn't find somebody, a real actor, to do
Did
that.
you have to break the Buffalo?
Yeah, I actually spent about a year getting them so I could ride them.
And are you the only person out there could probably do this? I mean, you don't do it anymore.
I don't do it anymore. No, I'm still active in the horse business, but not Buffalo.
When you did this movie, did it become a cult movie? Did it have any following? Did you make money off of this?
Not really. No, it was a real low budget. Back then, I ended up probably making enough money to put a down payment on a house, and that was about it.
Wow. And you look like, you look a great part of it. Is that the way you normally went around, or did you grow your hair and grow your beard to fit the part?
Actually, I'd always had a beard, and I still got a beard, but the hair I had to grow a little longer, and I was actually a rodeo cowboy at the same time, so the long hair and the rodeo didn't fit in very good either. But
probably not, right?
No.
After the movie came out and you did whatever, when did you start realizing it became more of an interesting internet phenomenon? I mean, do you think it is do people come up to you and say, "Hey, you're the guy on the Buffalo"?
It's more just guys I know from. They never knew that however many years ago that I actually did that movie. So then they ended up seeing it on the internet and then realized that it was me. So I getting a bunch of calls from a bunch of old friends from a long time ago.
Couple things about the movie, real fast. You get mauled by a cougar. Great scene. It looks like the cougar is really actually attacking you.
Yeah. We'd actually just finished doing a scene with the buffalo, so I still had my costume on, and we were trying to get some slow motion pictures of the cougar galloping across the field, and the cougar actually took off, and he snuck around in behind me and stalked me and actually did attack me. And when he first jumped on my back and bit me in the back of the neck, I actually did pull my knife out. I had a big Bowie knife I wore in the movie.
Bowie knife. I love it.
And I thought I was going to have to kill him, and when I finally swung around and got his front feet off me there, I had actually dropped the knife when I spun around in that scene, if you look really closely.
Yeah, it seems so real.
I ended up punching him in the face to try and get him to quit.
You punched that kitty. Excellent.
But he'd actually, I had quite a few stitches in the back of my neck, and it could have been a lot more serious. But
and there was
then, every time we did something with the buffalo, some darn thing had happened.
Oh, how many times have you gotten hurt? Doing this movie.
That one scene where the Indian shoots me off the buffalo.
I saw that was another real scene. It was another scene that
my foot hung up in the stirrup, and that buffalo dragged me about 300 yards down a creek bed and broke my ankle and a bunch of ribs and tore all the hide off my hands. And
it looked real there for a second. I honestly want to show it right. I mean, I don't know if you're on the computer, but I could actually show that scene. Well, actually,
right.
And you. Let me ask you about this Indian dude. This Indian had a very close resemblance to a Grizzly Adams Indian friend. Were they the same?
Actually, he worked on that as well, I believe.
He worked on Grizzly Adams, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. He was a guy that lived in Salt Lake City, actually, Don Shanks, and he actually wasn't an Indian, but he looked like an Indian.
Oh.
He had long hair.
He got the best of both worlds.
Really.
Wow. So there was another kind of scary part in that movie is when you're crossing a river with a baby.
Right.
Did you? I mean, probably the first time you ever done that.
Well, we thought we'd just try and swim the buffalo across, see what happened, and they got such a surface area on their chest that they can't take that swift water without turning right down the river, and he ended up falling over, and then the saddle slipped, and he was actually following me out of the river, trying to, because he would always kind of go wherever I went, sort of thing, and just about run me over climbing out.
Well, when you started running down the hill, here comes the buffalo running down the hill, and this Indian, you sneak up behind him, and you just cold cock him.
Right.
And then you break his gun on a stump.
Yeah.
That's classic. I mean, I think that is classic. And then you step on his foot. Boom. I mean,
I don't think I really stepped on his foot. I think that was just something they put in the words of the music.
Oh, you stepped on his foot. All right. You did. You
Oh,
did.
maybe.
You did. So now, Rick, after all this and stuff, you did this movie when you were 19, 20, 21 years old?
Right.
30, almost 40 years ago, 34 years ago, maybe?
Yeah, pretty close, yeah.
Now you're a hunter.
Yeah, I still do a lot of, I'm still kind of a mountain man. I travel all over the world, and we go to a lot of different places hunting sheep in the high country. And
I mean, this is interesting in itself. I mean, you're an adventurer type of guy. You've traveled to Russia. You've traveled to, I mean, when you go to Russia, is this a client who's hiring you to take him to Russia to shoot some?
Sometimes it is, or sometimes I'll put a group of my past clients together because I run a hunting business also in Alberta. I'll decide to do a trip to Russia, and I'll email everybody and say who wants to come along with me, and I'll put the deal together, get all the gun permits, visas, and all that stuff, and we'll go, and then I'll hunt myself.
And you'll hunt yourself. I was checking out your website. Your website is gwinoutfitters.com, right?
Right.
Gwyn, I'm just saying this for our audience. We actually have quite a few people listening, over close to 2,000 people listening, so it'll be good for you. gwinoutfitters.com. Gwyn, Guinn, outfitters.com. Now, what was the question I was going to ask about this? I forget what I was going to ask about the big game thing. Oh, so you go hunting yourself. Any of those pictures on that website are of you?
My God, I'm not sure.
Yeah, no.
Actually, if you Google my name, there's some pictures there of some of the different hunts in Tajikistan and Russia and China and stuff.
Wow. And you
showed up from somewhere.
When you take someone out on a thing, you supply everything. They just pay you the money, and you set up, and it's kind of like, or these have to be trained hunters. Do they have to know something, or do you take like a businessman, or
it's a lot of high-end business guys, because sheep hunting is kind of the top of the heap as far as price range goes in the hunting world. So it's they're pretty good guys, and pretty well all of them are pretty experienced.
All right, so
we'll hunt sheep in Mexico or something where it costs $80,000 to hunt for 10 days, so it eliminates your average turkey hunter.
Wow, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. A couple more questions. Well, I appreciate you taking the time. You are located where?
I'm about an hour west of Calgary, Alberta.
So you're way up.
Everybody's heard of Banff, Alberta, where all the tourists go. We're about 45 minutes from there.
Wow. Do you follow the trading markets at all ever?
Not really. I've bought and sold some stocks here and there, but it's normally clients that I'll take that'll give me some tips because I know absolutely nothing about it.
Well, if you ever want to learn, we also want to let you know that you are an honorary member now of Day Trading Radio. So anytime you want to come out and hang out in the chat room, talk to some of the members, they're all big fans of yours. Probably these guys are potential clients.
Sure.
But other than that,
take a look at that.
Yeah, come on in. You're going to have a great time. These guys are great. Rick, it is such a good experience to talk to you, and just being that actor. Did you ever do any more movies after that, or was that one thing?
That was, there was 3 or 4 other little bit parts here and there and a little bit of stunt work, and then after a while you get a little older and you got to go get somewhat of a real job,
Yeah. And getting a real job as a hunter, that's a pretty cool real job.
It's pretty good, yeah. Get to travel all over the world. And
let me ask you about your hunting. What's the biggest thing you've ever hunted?
Well,
other than like an elephant, but like.
I've been to Africa 2 or 3 times, but I never really hunted any, elephants or that kind of thing. Mostly, everything in North America I've hunted. There's like 29 animals in North America. I've got all those.
Oh wow! But, do you have
some of the best hunts are like we went to Tibet, China one time. One of my clients chartered an airplane and we flew over there. Spent 3 weeks. Flew all over the country.
Have you ever been attacked by a grizzly?
I have where I live, right here in the mountains, the grizzly bear population is the highest it's ever been in recorded history right now. And over the years, I've been chased probably 3 or 4 times and never really been caught.
You've never been caught. You've outrun them.
Yeah, or pick up a stick and try and bluff them. But mind you, when I worked for that film company, I got bit a couple of times by grizzly bears because we had some of them as well.
Wow.
And
Wow.
also, I had my arm broke with a wolf one time. I got bit by a wolf, which was also one of the film animals.
Wow. So you have a lot of scars on you. Let me ask you a more serious question.
Yeah.
Is there such thing as Bigfoot? I mean, does Bigfoot walk those woods up there?
It just reminds me, I did work on a Bigfoot movie at one time in Oregon, but no, I would have to say not. I see a little hype gaining again the last little while, but
yeah,
I think it's probably along the same line as Little Green Men.
Yeah, right.
Maybe they come and go. And
well, excellent.
As far as I'm living here, I don't think they're here.
No. You would know. I mean, honestly, you would know. You probably see all kinds of animals coming up to your doorstep and stuff. And Rick, I am a big fan. I want to just thank you once again. This is Rick Gwynn. Gwynn, right?
Right, Gwynn. Yes.
And he was, we know you from being the Buffalo rider, the guy in the Buffalo in 1978. We'd love you for that. We'll always love you for that. And I hope you do well with your hunting, and hopefully I can send you some business. Maybe one day when I, make my big movie, I'll hire you to take me out.
There you go.
And if you're ever down in New York, serious, you want to see a big
town.
While. You want to see the big city and what it looks like. There's animals down there that you could try to hunt. Believe me. You could hunt these animals down there. Anyway, Rick, take care. Have a great one.
Okay, call anytime.
Hey, I will. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Take care.
Call anytime. You hear that? I am in with Gwynn. I should have asked him if he was Fred Gwynn's long. Well, that's it. That was it. That was the Man on the Buffalo interview. I did the best I could. I thought that was pretty good. That was pretty cool. I mean, to hear that guy. The guy has history behind him. He's outrun grizzly bears. He's been attacked by wolves. He's gone to Mongolia. I don't know. He doesn't believe in Bigfoot. What are you going to do? Can't win them all. All right, let's go back to the markets here. I should stop it for a second to record this. Yeah, let me do that. Let me just stop it. FCX here, start putting back out. Let me just put it on and off a second. Thanks, guys.